I want to tell you something right now that you may find vaguely offensive, but go with me. I have learnt recently that deaf people are really racist. Oh, that's right. I'm not afraid to say it out loud. Look, I do a lot of shows with sign interpreters so that deaf people can come to my shows, and I've learnt that there are various signs for different countries, some of which make perfect sense, but some of which seem to me to be vaguely offensive. I'll give an example of what I mean. The British Sign Language sign for your country, Scotland, it makes perfect sense, it's this. And you have to do the face as well. And it's a Scottish man playing the bagpipes, I think, or it's a Glaswegian man in a pub going, "Don't a drink, I'll buy you a drink. Come on, I'll get a drink." Some others that may not make sense but are quite lovely. Iceland, in single-handed signing, that's the letter I, so Iceland is this, which is lovely, but it makes everyone from Iceland look slightly evil. Here's where it gets vaguely confusing. This is the English Sign Language, or British Sign Language sign for England. Because it's the letter E, no other reason. What's weird, though, is if you're outside of England, in another country that has a different language or a different alphabet, you can't do that. What you can do to represent England is this. Why? Because it's the strap on a Bobby's helmet. Which is lovely, but confusing, because I'm not making this up. This is England. This is lesbian. I think you can work out why. England, lesbian. England, lesbian. You don't want to get those two mixed up. Don't want to go out to a nightclub, pick up two girls, take them home, then find out they're both English. Here's where it starts getting vaguely offensive. The British Sign Language sign for Ireland is this. Now, if you ask an English person why, they'll say, "Oh, it's the shamrock. There's a shamrock in my lapel and it's sticking out like that. That's what that is." No, it's not. That is English people going, "Oh. My dear Lord, there seem to be Irish people on me." This is the one that got me, though. The British Sign Language sign for my country, Australia, which is also the sign we use to represent Australia in Australia, is this. It's not that. There are deaf people around the world from Australia. People go, "Where are you from?" They go, "Oh, God, I need a microphone." Sign language sign for Australia in British Sign Language is this. That's just offensive. That's English people going, "We picked the dirty scum up and we've put them over there." If you're going to make a sign for Australia, at least make it vaguely Australian and something like... What's amazing, though, is my favourite piece of sign language in the world comes from Australia, because every country has its own sign language. And in Australia, there's a specific sign that is only used in Australian Sign Language, because it sums up a phrase that is only used in the Australian spoken language. The sign is this. And what that sign means is, fuck you, fuck the lot of yous. And now what I love about that sign is that I was on a plane in Australia last year. I was flying from Adelaide to Melbourne, and a stewardess recognised me and said, "Oh, I've seen you do comedy." Oh, all right. She said, "I really like the stuff you do about sign language." So, "Oh, thank you." She said, "In fact, I've managed to incorporate a bit of it into the safety demonstration." I've never watched a safety demonstration more carefully in my life. And she did the whole thing. A row of lights are here and oxygen if you need it. And at the appropriate point, I swear she did this. "And in case of an emergency, your exits are here and here." And I saw her a few months later out on the street. She walked past me. I went, "Oh, hi." She went, "Oh, hi." And I went, "Oh, my God, it's you. I tell that story every night on stage." She said, "Good, because I do that on every flight." And then said, "Although I do make sure there aren't deaf people on board first." Can you imagine that? You're deaf, you sit on a flight, and what you see as the safety demonstration is, in case of an emergency, fuck you, fuck the lot of yous. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for supporting a great cause. Good night.